Hello and welcome to another Crabbies beer review. So we're going back down reminiscing now. We're going over to Crabbies for their ginger beer. Alcoholic ginger beer, steeped in ginger, 4% ABV. I will read what it says on the back. Enjoy the spicy yet deliciously refreshing blend of real steeped ginger and exotic spices. In the 1800s, the Scottish pioneer John Crabbe blended spirits and whiskies with exotic spices from the Far East using the finely steeped ginger to create the iconic Whiskey Mac. Today, Crabbe's alcoholic ginger beer is available in a wide variety of flavours and mixes perfectly with ice, lime and Crabbe's Yardhead single malt Scotch whisky for a groovy Yardhead mule. Go ahead and mix it up. I'm a massive ginger fan, an alcoholic ginger fan. I love ginger wines. Stone's Special Reserve ginger wine is absolutely off the charts amazing. The standard Stone's ginger wine is brilliant, as is Crabbies. Don't bother with the Tesco's ginger wine these days. They dropped it down to 8% and the same price they charge Robin Bleeders. And I also love the King's Liqueur ginger liqueur. And I gotta be honest, next time I get hold of a whiskey, I'm going to boil some ginger, chuck the ginger in with the whiskey and just leave it. And even leave the bits in to make a ginger whiskey. It should be amazing. So as we can see, it's close to a goldish looking pour, a little bit of carbonation, a white head. And these guys years ago did do a Crabbies Black, which was an oak aged Crabbies, which was about 6.5%, which was absolutely amazing. Sadly, they discontinued it. Brought out several different flavours of Crabbies, the orange, the raspberry, strawberry at one stage. I'm sure there was a lemon one at one stage as well. But now it seems to have died back a bit, the Crabbies thing. Crabbies owned by Orkshead, part of the Orkshead Brewery Group as well. But yeah, I wish they'd bring Crabbies Black back. You know, it was an amazing beer. I mean, I even brewed my own ginger beer at 16%. Bloody hell, that could knock the socks off you. I might do another ginger beer, but this time do ginger and chuck in a litre of whiskey into it, or even 2 litres of whiskey to create a proper ginger whiskey beer. Around about the 10% mark. You know, nothing too silly, but interesting nonetheless. Ideas, you know. Beers to be played with, as long as it still tastes right, that's all that matters. So lovely ginger on the nose here. Yeah, do love a ginger beer. Ooh. Obviously a nice ginger taste. Not much fire, gotta be honest. A hint of fire on the back end just then, but not much. Bit more this time, so I'm having to chug it down a bit to get the fire out of it. Oh. Yeah, not bad on the tongue. like I say, 4%. I can always remember coming into Sainsbury's back in 2010 and seeing Crabbies, and I'm like, oh, alcoholic ginger beer. And I'm like, I've got to have that. And I did, obviously. And then you got Sainsbury's Taste the Difference ginger beer. And again, you know, had to have that. And over the years, my love of ginger beers. I can remember when Famous Grouse did a ginger beer with a hint of whiskey in. I can remember Crabbies Black, still my favourite of the bottled stuff. Wanga, the ginger beer, that was so fiery. That was, you know, that's not for everyone because of the fire level. But like I say, with ginger wines, ginger whiskies, ginger whiskey liqueurs rather, I, you know, absolutely love. And I've not had the King's Ginger now for, God, probably 2 or 3 years, if not longer, you know. Can't even remember doing a review on it. So it may even be as many as 5 years. That's surprising if that's the case. I absolutely love the King's Ginger liqueur. Albeit it's difficult to get, you know, it's not cheap. And I've kind of swerved. I love doing spirits and whiskey reviews, but I've swerved away simply because I don't have them pennies. You know, it costs enough to do beer reviews, which is why the channel is more beer reviews these days, simply because a beer is literally 2 or 3 quid. Or maybe more these days, but a wine, you're looking at 4, 5, 6, and a well above, you know, for a bottle. I do intend to do more wine reviews. The channel will change this year, moving my focus away, and I've said this in another beer review, moving my focus away from locals. I've been very local heavy for a while, for years, and whether that's been to the detriment of the channel or been to the, you know, the good of the channel. There are equally arguments for both on that side of things. I mean, the stuff you buy locally is more expensive than the stuff you buy in supermarkets, and it's nowhere near as interesting for the nation as the supermarket stuff. But you know, I like to do what I do. But as I go around the UK visiting places in the UK, I will do my best to get as many beers from different breweries to bring back to Nottingham to do reviews. So yeah, local but not local in Nottingham beer reviews. every course, every thing goes its course, and yeah, I think I've done the course on that side of things. I think so anyway. Hard to know. I'll change my mind in a week's time, but we'll see. To be honest, when that Nottingham Craft Beer Festival comes, I'm tempted just to not do any Nottingham beers at all, or even visit them, and just go straight to the ones that aren't Nottingham. Why? Because they're the beers that I can't get at any other time. Although I do need to get them bloody reviews off my phone from last year from the Craft Beer Festival. Anyway, 4%, still love it, still love Crabbies. Still annoyed that they haven't bought Crabbies Black Pack. or even a Crabbies Ginger Imperial Stout. Yeah, Crabbies Black. I forgot about that. So I think it was with Sadler's, who sadly aren't here now for whatever reason. Crabbies Black and Crabbies IPA. Again, they were two. The ginger of the Crabbies goes so well with anything because it takes over. But then you get the other flavours kicking in. And I was tempted to do my own homebrew version of Crabbies Black with a stout with a big ginger kick to it, or even brewing a ginger beer recipe and a stout recipe, banging them together in one brew and chucking ginger root in to enhance the ginger and seeing how it went. There are experiments I want to do on the channel when the gardening's in full flow and I've got the pennies to try these things. I would actually try them. Yeah, I mean, I've done an Imperial ginger barley wine before. That was immense. It did go down well, to be fair. Too well, yeah. And I did get no feedback. It's funny when you give beers away and you don't get feedback, and it's like, well, did you enjoy it or what? You know, I don't give beer away for free normally. You know, I've brewed that, I've paid for that, worked for that. So, in any case, still an amazing ginger beer. Possibly the only widely available ginger beer in supermarkets again now. There was a time when ginger beers had a really big following, but it seems to have gone away. Trends, I think, probably. These days, there's a lot of ready-to drinks that seem to come and go like one. But in any case, for me, I love ginger beer. There's a lovely amount of ginger. There's a bit of fire, but not a lot. A good 4.4 out of 5 for me, but still very much worthy of your time. Don't know what that was. Something's gone off. Thank you for watching. See you soon.